In this video, we're going to be talking about unit conversions. And when I'm talking about unit conversions, I'm talking about if you're taking something that was measured in feet and trying to figure out what that would be in inches or some other similar conversion. So meters to millimeters, pounds to ounces. And there are three things that I want you to keep in mind for unit conversions. The first one is to find out the basic conversion. And what I mean by the basic conversion is, with our feet to inches example, I know that 1 foot is 12 inches. So that's the basic one. 1 foot is 12 inches. Then determine if the number will get bigger or smaller. And what I mean by that is that if we look at this problem up here, to go from 1 foot to 12 inches, it's still the same measurement, but the number gets bigger. So from feet to inches, the number gets bigger. From inches to feet, the number gets smaller. And for this, another thing to keep in mind, always use the bigger number. Always use the bigger number. So in this case, we'd use the 12. And then, like I already said, the value is the same. The distance is still the same. It's just a different unit of measure. So I've got two examples down at the bottom. And the first one we're going to determine is 4 feet equals how many inches. So in our container, we're going to be putting in 4 feet, and then inches is going to be coming out of that container. So coming back up, the basic conversion, 1 foot is 12 inches. To go from feet to inches, the number gets bigger. So since it's going to get bigger, we're going to multiply. And we always use a bigger number for this, so we're going to multiply by 12. So our 4 feet comes in. We're going to take those 4 feet times 12. 4 times 12 is 48. So 4 feet equals 48 inches. For our second problem, I realized I made a little bit of an error. So we're going to change this to 56. And we're going to convert ounces to pounds. And starting off, number one is to figure out the basic conversion. There are 16 ounces. 16 ounces. Ooh, that's terrible. There are 16 ounces in 1 pound. 16 ounces in 1 pound. And we have to figure out if the number is getting bigger or smaller, and we're going to use the bigger number. To go from ounces to pounds, the number gets smaller, which means we have to divide. To divide, we're going to use the bigger number, so 16. And we're going to put into our container the 56 ounces, which gives us 56 divided by 16. And out of that is going to come 3.5. Now, I use the calculator. There are going to be times when your teacher is going to expect you to maybe do a long division problem. But we have 3.5 pounds. So again, when we're converting units, first thing is to figure out the basic conversion. So one of those numbers is always going to be a 1. 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. Just as some examples. Second, you're going to determine if the number will get bigger. If the number gets bigger, you multiply. If it gets smaller, you divide, and you always use the bigger number of the two. And the third thing to remember is that the value is still the same, it's just a different unit of measure. So I could say this is 3 feet, but I could also say it's 1 yard. The numbers are different, but the distance is still the same. It's just a different unit of measure. So there's how you can do some unit conversions. If you need any questions, make sure you ask your teacher, and see you next time.